In a quiet town on the edge of Oregon, there was a small coffee shop called Mary's Corner Cafe. Every morning at exactly 7 o'clock, an old man named Walter Graham would walk in. He moved slowly, wearing his brown coat and an old flat cap that had faded with time. He always sat at the same table near the window and ordered the same thing: one black coffee and a blueberry muffin. For an hour he would sit silently, sometimes reading the newspaper, sometimes just looking out at the empty street, lost in thought. The waitresses all knew him. He didn't talk much, but he always smiled politely and tipped more than he should have. For new customers, he was just another quiet old man, but for the staff, Walter was something special, a story that no one really knew. Years ago, before his hair turned white, Walter had been a school teacher. He loved books, poetry, and stories about love. His wife, Mary, was the heart of his life. She was warm, kind, and full of laughter. Together they had built the little cafe that still carried her name. She baked muffins every morning while Walter served customers, and when the shop was quiet, they would sit together at the same table by the window, table number 4, sharing coffee and stories about their future. They never had children, but they never felt alone. The cafe was their world, and Mary's laughter made it shine. Then one winter morning, everything changed. Mary felt dizzy in the kitchen. She smiled at Walter and said she just needed to sit for a moment. A minute later, she was gone. A heart attack, sudden, quiet, and final. The cafe went silent. Walter closed it for weeks. He thought about selling it, leaving town, starting over. But every time he looked at table number 4, he couldn't. That table was the last place he'd seen her smile. When the cafe finally reopened, Walter didn't run it anymore. He came as a customer. Every morning he ordered one black coffee and one blueberry muffin, the same as before, and sat at table number 4, just as they always had. Years passed. The cafe changed owners, but Walter stayed. Everyone respected him. No one ever sat at his table. People often saw him smile at the empty chair across from him, as if someone still sat there. He came every day, no matter the weather. Even when his hands trembled and his legs grew weak, he still came, walking slowly with his cane, never missing a morning. One cold December day, he didn't show up. The new owner, Lisa, grew worried. That evening, she went to his small house on the edge of town. The lights were on. The door was unlocked. Walter was sitting in his chair by the fireplace, his hat in his lap, eyes closed, with a peaceful smile on his face. On the table beside him lay an old